Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, in this lovely world that we live in. Sometimes confusing. Welcome to Bayloric Worldwide Television. This is a boxing feature and lots to talk about. I'm going to try and make this as short and as brief as possible. I have found myself giggling over the last couple of days. If you remember, the last time I did a video was a few days ago, breaking the story about Emmanuel Pacquiao versus Amir Khan. If you remember me, I did say these were unconfirmed reports coming out of America that Pacquiao and Amir Khan had agreed terms to fight. Now, the next day, the newspapers are filled with this story. Am I wrong or am I right about this? And the story comes out. It's utter bollocks. It's bullshit. It's not true. It's lies. Okay. Maybe it is. Then I look further into the story. I see Bob Arum's name, and I can understand why people would contact Bob Arum, because Bob Arum is in that Manny Pacquiao's promoter. Yeah, I can understand that. Makes sense. Then I read what Michael Conch, I think his name is, the financial advisor to Manny Pacquiao, and he said that there was some sticking points. You know, they sticking points. He said sticking points, and Arum called it bogus. And then they asked Eddie Hearn. Now, Arum, I understand, because Bob Arum is connected to Manny Pacquiao, and is connected to Manny Pacquiao. Michael Conch connected to Pacquiao. I can understand that. Okay, fine. Eddie Hearn? Who's he connected to? Is he connected to Pacquiao? Is he Pacquiao's promoter or manager? Last time I heard he wasn't. Is he Bob Arum's? Is he connected to Bob Arum, apart from one promoter to another? Okay. So Bob Arum didn't know this was going on. This is, again, these are stories, rumors, reports. So I'm not confirming or denying anything. What I'm saying is that, did anyone ever consider the fact that Pacquiao and Khan can agree terms to fight without Bob Arum? He's just a promoter. I mean, Michael Conch is his financial advisor, right? So if the fight's financially good for Amir Khan, for Pacquiao to fight Khan, and they've seen, look at the numbers, saying, "Hey, we can do this fight. Yeah, well, we can do this fight in Dubai. You've got a really good you've got a real good following over Twitter. You've got a real good following over Facebook. You've got a real good following worldwide. You've got a great social media platform. You fought over 10 world champions. I fought God knows how many world champions. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. It makes money. It makes sense. The only thing that would be a sticking point is bringing Manny Pacquiao to the UK. Now, that would be a sticking point, because who's going to pay for Manny Pacquiao to fight in London? Who's going to find 12 or 15 million to pay for Pacquiao to fight in London? That would be the sticking point. But the fact that Pacquiao and Khan would have agreed terms, yes, I'll fight you. Yes, I'll fight you. Yes, this makes money sense, is ridiculous or unfounded or not making sense or not true. And then Pacquiao himself admits to it. I think it speaks for itself. So you sometimes you have to, especially in the world of boxing, when you get these unconfirmed rumor reports, just so there's no smoke without fire, just listen in and listen to what people are saying. Are they connected? How could this work? Does Pacquiao have to go through Aaron? Maybe he doesn't have to go through Aaron. Maybe there's a way around it. Maybe they could look at them. Maybe Khan and Pacquiao, it's probably better that Khan and Pacquiao went and organized. I mean, look, when Mayweather and Pacquiao got that fight together, I'm sure Mayweather didn't sit down and talk to Bob Arum. Think about it. So just because it says in the newspapers, unconfirmed reports, remember, you also have to ask yourself the question, when it comes out of a newspaper, just think about it. Think about it. Consider it. Not saying this is or it isn't, but just think about the possibility that maybe sometimes a promoter or promoters don't like the idea, especially if they're good friends with the newspapers. I'm just suggesting that promoters don't like the idea of news getting out that may cripple them themselves and stop them making money. For example, at the same time, we've got Spence and Brook in the UK still being talked about. As you heard on the channel before, our friend Russell on the channel revealed that there was no contract in place still for Brook versus Spence, and it was just an agreement. There's no contract in place, according to Russell Hartley. So if there's no contract in place, then if there's no contract in place, then we're looking at a different situation here. So the question is there a contract in place for Brook versus Spence? Is this a definite fight that's on? I know we talk about it. Is it definitely on? Is the fight nailed on? Is the stadium booked? Is it ready to go? I mean, a promoter can say what he wants, but is it on paper? Has Spence got a contract? Is he definitely training for this fight? Is he definitely coming to UK to fight Brook? People can say what they want, but is it actually in stone? We know for a fact that Bellew and Hay are fighting. Press conference on Monday, next Monday. We know the fights. We know the fights next week, and we know that the pay-per-views that buyers are going through. We know that. So because somebody says something, because somebody says it, you say, "Oh yeah, that's correct." Because look into it a little bit more. Look into it a bit more. So just look at things a bit more. Here's another thing. Another example. Another good example. There's lots of examples I could give. And there's a lot of things I do want to announce. So yes, hi people, how are we doing? Hi. I've also heard a story coming out. I don't know much about this story about Hughie Fury and Joseph Parker. I don't know much. I haven't heard much about it, so I can't speak on it, and I don't speak on what I don't know or I'm not informed on. But I'll give you some examples of how. Another example, Bermain Stavern was supposedly ducking Anthony Joshua and would rather fight Povetkin than fight Anthony Joshua. But supposedly, the figures for his purse bids were known before they were even announced, before the purse bids were even announced. So this is the sort of nonsense that goes on. And just to squash those things, wait until Saturday night. All I can say, wait until Saturday night, and there will be a big announcement Saturday night. I believe so. Just wait and see Saturday night. The boxing, Saturday night, there'll be a big announcement. Saturday night, watch the boxing, see for yourselves. And then you'll see the difference between paper talk, what promoters talk about, and the facts. That's all I'm going to say to you on that. Watch and listen carefully on Saturday night. Should the fight go according to plan, watch and listen carefully. That is all I will say on that. Saturday night, watch carefully. Let's see, move on something else. Good. All the best to Tony Harrison fighting Hurd. Jarrett Hurd for the IBF, like middleweight championship of the world. Been on the channel a few times. Shout out to Tony Harrison, trained by Emmanuel Stewart. I know a lot of people don't know that. Was trained by Emmanuel Stewart. Has a very compelling story. It's on the channel. Talks about his relationship with Emmanuel Stewart, and when Emmanuel Stewart passed away, Jim Lampley, Jim Lampley, bang bang, Jim Lampley took him into his home. So it's a great story there of how Jim Lampley, the other side of Jim Lampley, don't see as a commentator, and how he took Tony Harrison in. So big fight, big night, and I'm sure that he'll be thinking about Emmanuel Stewart. Next story I don't know the full ins and outs of this story. The Michael Watson story, I did think about, I was talking to a friend about it earlier, and I found the whole story quite puzzling, that he was in his car with his carer, and then he was dragged out of the car and sprayed ammonia on. Now, I just thought this out logically thinking. I think to myself, why would somebody attack Michael Watson just like that? And then I asked myself the question, again, this is my own personal thoughts. And I thought to myself, okay, so somebody's trying to steal his car. So I steal his car. Okay, right. So if you're trying to steal his car, why would you do it in such a, why would you wait, and why would you do what you did in a place where it'd be difficult for you to take the car? I don't get it. And who drives in their car? Who in their car says, oh, guess what? I'm going to get out of my car. I've got some ammonia next to me, so I'm going to use the ammonia and I'm going to put it in their face. Really? Is that, do you normally drive? I don't drive, but do you drive ammonia, a bottle of ammonia next to you? Maybe a can of Coke or bottle of wine, or I don't know, but ammonia? Ammonia? What would you carry ammonia for? Unless you're doing you're working for a cleaning company? Why would you carry ammonia? I mean, I don't get it. Don't make no sense to me. But anyway, so to me, it just sounded more like they were after Michael Watson for a reason. That did say to me, what were they going after Watson for? What did Watson say or do? And I'm asking that question. Why did they attack someone defenseless like Michael Watson? And then they sprayed him and go away. Was that meant to be a hit on Michael Watson? Was that meant to be a threat to Michael Watson? Was that meant to be a intimidation? Did he have an argument with somebody? All these questions I'm asking is you logically would ask the question. Somebody tried to steal his car. Well, yeah, sure. Somebody did try and steal. They got away. They were trying to steal the car. I'm sure they wouldn't have done it as haphazardly as that. If they really want to steal that car, they could have done the same thing, waited until they got to a quiet place and done it. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of the story, but the way I'm hearing this story, it all sounds very strange. But there you go. Such is life. Something not right with the Huey thing, turning down big fights for a year or so. That it's off. Watch what fight, Ingram? Oh, Saturday night. Boxing for America on Saturday night. Keep your eyes tuned in and the ears tuned in. You've been hearing a lot of stuff about the heavyweight division, and people who think they're informed are not informed, and people that talk just for talking's sake because they've got a camera in their face, talking without being informed. But Saturday night, should the fights go according to plan, then those stories will be no more than fairy tales. You've got to understand that not everything you hear a person say when they're on a camera, even my words, when you hear somebody on camera, it doesn't necessarily mean what they say is the truth. They're paid to say what they have to say to keep you off their back and for them to do their business. Boxing fans, generally, you tell them something, and like sheep, they just say, okay, then, if that's what you said, that's what the truth is. Okay, but then, hey, there's been many occasions where certain people have said certain things, and then when you look into it, weeks, months go by, years go by. Yeah, you said that, but hold on, this happened. You said that, but this happened. You said that, but this happened. You said that, but this happened. Every time this person says it, something else happens opposite to what they say all the time. Things of, hold on a second, how can you take something like that seriously? But you know, boxing fans are some of the most fickle and most sheep-led. And boxing fans look for shepherd. They really do. I'm serious. I'm honest. I'm saying this because I'm saying to you, open your eyes and close your ears to garbage, rubbish, and just watch carefully. Try and be logical about things. I mean, when I saw the story about Arum, I thought, okay, yeah, maybe they didn't talk to him. They didn't talk to him. But why would they have to talk to him? Mayweather didn't talk to Arum, did he? He probably went straight to Pacquiao. When Pacquiao was in a hotel with Mayweather, did was Arum in the room? Was Eddie Hearn in the room? This is what I'm talking about, people. I just try and put things together, and I wouldn't be surprised. Here's another thing: I would not be surprised if Amir Khan does not fight Pacquiao. I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised if Khan went and faced the new WBA champion Lamont Peterson in a rematch. So if Pacquiao and Khan fall through, Khan will go and fight Lamont Peterson. I could see that happening. Personal opinion, I could see that happening. A rematch. Khan feels he's already beaten him. It's a point to prove. Not as big a puncher as Danny Garcia. More easier to get to that fight sooner. That's a fight that can happen. So Khan Peterson, Khan Pacquiao. As for Kell Brook, we'll wait and see whether he fights Spence. I think Brook, we all know Brook really wants to fight Khan, because let's be honest, there's more money. Why would you want to face? You got 3 million. You could face Khan for 3 million. Khan gets 4 million. You face Khan for 3 million. You could get that. Or you could face Spence for less money, heavier puncher, and a bigger man at the weight. Why? Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me. Why not fight Khan? Whatever you're making fighting Khan, you're going to make more than you're going to make fighting Spence. Clearly. And if you think you can beat him, you're fighting a guy that's not a natural welterweight. 1. 2, will not hit as hard as Spence. 3, won't be as fresh as Spence. 4, hasn't been KO'd already. Khan's been KO'd a few times. So surely the Khan fight, logically, is the fight to take. So those are just my thoughts on it. But, you know, people will spin and spin and spin and spin. You can only spin so far till you spin yourself into a corner. So I got all the credit in the world for Kell Brook for stepping up and fighting Golovkin. But I never agreed with that decision. I think that a Kell Brook versus Errol Spence first would have been a better decision. Kell Brook versus Errol Spence first. Why? Because you've got an unbeaten Kell Brook, full of confidence, not a broken orbital bone, full of life, ready to take on Errol Spence. Unbeaten. Now you've got a guy that's come off a TKO defeat, beaten up at the hands of Golovkin, and it's not the physical wear and tear, it's the mental. And what kind of fighter is he going to? Is he one of these fighters that are going to come back better? Question you've got to ask yourself: is he going to come back a better fighter? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Any football streams tonight? No streams tonight. But I've got something very special in the pipelines for you. Eden think we are green. Peterson on the slide, but he can still punch hard enough to finish calm. Yeah, he doesn't punch as hard. He doesn't punch as hard as Manny Pacquiao, though. That's for sure. But Khan will fight either one. You know Khan's going to fight anybody. You know Khan. You know. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, Khan's scared. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. How can Khan be scared? Look at his resume. Look at who he's fought in the division. How many world champions did he face? Well, over 10 or 10 world champions? Don't be silly. Don't listen to garbage. And people say, oh, Khan's scared. Of what? A guy's fought 1 world champion? Come on. Really? Come on. Seriously? I mean, all right, all joking aside, all fanboyism aside, yeah, all spin doctrine and promoting and trying to make the fight happen and trash talking. Go to BoxRec, do yourself a favor, go to BoxRec and print out Kell Brook's BoxRec record and go to your BoxRec and pull out Amir Khan's record and put them both side by side beside you, yeah, and then pretend you didn't know both guys. You walked into the room and you have to give a percentage as to each guy who's going to earn what on the gate or who should earn more. If you had to make a decision, who should earn more and by how much a percentage, look at the Kell Brook resume, look at the Amir Khan resume. No hype, no promotional bias, no, just straight up. More money, Khan or Brook? How many, based on world champions, who you fought, who you've beat, and your resume. Nothing else. Not your skin color, not how many times you've been chinned, not what you've done, what you've achieved in your career. There, based on that and who you fought. That's it. Who should you be paying more money to? Make the split, make the cut, make the fight. Done. Oh, it's not as easy as that, mate. Really? If Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather can happen, and both guys have fought more world champions than those two guys together, right? Then if that biggest fight in the century can happen, if Kovalev versus Ward can happen, if Mayweather versus Pacquiao can happen, then surely Brook versus Khan can happen. Why is the fight not happening? That's it. Why? Let's see. But if Brook fought Spence first and got beat, he wouldn't be able to get a $4 million payday at least. Now he can say he's undefeated at 147. We had that before conversation. That's not managing a fighter's career. That's not fight. That is not what you call. That's not building a fighter's career. Sorry. Spence has the middle edge over Brook, with Brook trying to avoid him by trying to get a fight with Khan and then Cotto. Ingram, are you streaming the managers tonight? No, I won't be tonight. Sorry, I need to rest. I need to rest because I've got a surprise for you all. Big surprise for you all. Pacquiao will knock Khan out silly. Yeah, he probably will. It will be bad if Pacquiao didn't knock out Khan. Khan might have a shot. Aaron wants to milk Pacquiao as much as possible before he feeds into Crawford. Eventually, that's why he wanted Horn. That's what I said. That's why. Well, see, if I were Pacquiao, I'd be saying to myself, why am I going to camp to train for 8 to 10 weeks or 8 weeks? Spend my money on training camp, spend my money on sparring partners to fight Horn. I'm not getting any younger at this. I need to make as much money as possible. So why am I making money fighting Horn where I can fight Khan? Earn triple the amount of money. Makes sense. Fight Khan. And if you're going to milk me out and send me out to Crawford afterwards, I'll make damn well enough money fighting Khan. That makes sense to me. Khan is finished. Well, not quite. Ranieri is sacked. So there. Right. I have got a very what's the announcement again? The big announcement, Ingram. You're quitting YouTube again. Oh, very funny. Very, very funny, Bruce Wayne. Now if you listen carefully, I said that my boxing channel was closing down, if you listen carefully, and that's exactly what happened. The big announcement last time was Manny Pacquiao versus Amir Khan. I announced it first. I talked about it, and that was unconfirmed reports. You'll have to go back and play the tape, play the video again. I'm not repeating myself. Right. Leicester City job. Very funny, YouTube. Yeah, good. Right. I've got to end this now. Listen, I'm telling you all, stay tuned on this channel and keep your eyes open between Friday and Saturday. Stay tuned. I'm going to have something here. We need a manager stream. It can't happen tonight, guys. I need to rest. Seriously, I need to get rest tonight. But between Friday and Saturday afternoon, if you're a boxing fan, you're gonna love what I've got for you. If you're a boxing fan, you're gonna love what I have got for you. I've got a little surprise for you. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss it. So I don't quite know what time we're gonna do it. At the moment, it looks like I'm gonna be doing this around midday-ish. Don't know, but just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give you a clue. No clues. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm aware of certain things now, so I'm not saying absolutely squad diddly duck nothing. But just make sure you are. No, I'm not turning pro. I'm 40 years old. Stay on the chat. Just stay locked on the channel. All right. Stay locked on. We've got some stuff to give you. It's been way too long. You know, hashtag on the move. That's all I can say. All right. I hope you enjoy it. This will be fun. It will be exciting. It will be interesting. It will be revealing. It will be some of it will be flashbacks. Some of it will be new generation. Some will be old generation. Some will be just lots of things. You look 39 though. Yeah, well that makes a lot of sense. Cheers, mate. I need to take a shave. Right, I need to get some sleep. And I have been smashing up too much foot manager. I need to rest. I need to rest completely, guys. Right, I'm out of here. But this weekend, stay tuned. Honestly, you'll love it. I'm out. And by the way, I think we'll be the first at doing it. I think. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned to Baylor Wide Television. Remember our logo, bringing the world closer to you. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you Saturday, Friday, Saturday announcement. Take care.